Welcome back. Today we're making a quick snack, something really fun, tasty, protein, everything that you need in a good snack. It's called Arayes. Growing up, I ate that. We called it, there's so many different variations to it, but the one that I grew up with was called lahmacun. And it's kind of like opened pita bread with ground beef and different spices. You fry it on in a pan. Today we're going to do kind of a fusion of that with, I'm going to use a flour tortilla. So it's going to be something different. It's hard to find fresh pita bread here, but there's always fresh tortillas. And I love flour tortillas. So it's the first time I'm trying it with a flour tortilla. And let's see how it comes out. From my experience, it's a great snack. Really fun, really tasty. So let's get cooking. This dish is very simple to make, and it's one of those dishes that we're just gonna mix everything in one bowl and then apply it onto the flour tortillas. So we'll start with just chopping whatever we need to chop. We got some shallots, which is one of our favorite for special dishes. You know that if you use shallots, you're making something tasty. Because this dish is gonna be cooked quickly, I do want to really cut them very fine because I don't want to have too big of a chunks in the meat. For the amount we're making, we need 1 shallot, 1 garlic clove. It's going to be for 4 tortillas, and I'm going to use 1 pound of beef. If you want to make more, just double everything. So make 8 tortillas, 2 shallots, 2 garlic cloves. Just do everything double, which is kind of like the normal serving size. This is I'm making it just for myself, so I don't want to waste too much, which is another reason it's a good dish. It's a dish you can really control how much you're making. All right, we got our garlic. Next, we're chopping half a green pepper. Same thing, we're going to chop it really fine. So, half a pepper, chopped. Next, we're going to do half a cup of parsley. And I would say if you want to, you can measure it with an actual measuring tool. I would say a cup is like a handful. So this is half of that. The beauty of this recipe is that it's a very forgiving recipe. In general, those are the kind of recipe I love. I like to cook with recipes that are forgiving. They leave room for creativity. You can add things, but also if you don't have one of the ingredients, that doesn't mean you can't make the dish. You know, it's going to be just fine. So this is plenty. And we always have parsley with ground beef, especially this kind of dish. In a way, what we're making is like kebab, but it's flat on the tortilla or pita instead of being like a meatball, like a patty on a skewer or cooked with a dish. That's what makes it fun, because it's just so thin and crispy on the flour tortilla. I love the smell of chopped parsley. It brightens up every dish. I'm always very aware on what I do on a chopping board, whether it's wood or plastic. I never use the side that's sharp to gather things, because I feel like I'm going to also scrape whatever it is, micro particles from the board, or even worse if it's a plastic one. So I always use the back of the knife for those kind of things, or other utensils. We're done chopping everything. Now we're going to basically, everything's going to happen in this bowl, and then we'll be done. So we're going to use 1 pound. This is 2 pound, and that will give us our 1 pound that we're going to work with. Just to make it easier, let's break it up a bit now. We got everything that we chopped. You can spread that out. Now it's time to add all of our spices. We're going to start with adding this. So if you ever worked with red pepper paste, so there's different kinds you can find. I'm able to find this one at pavilions and sometimes in other markets, but this is an incredible thing to have in your kitchen. So it's a Moroccan red pepper sauce, harissa, and they use it whenever a recipe calls for red pepper paste. If you want to make shakshuka, this is your best friend. The smell is incredible. So we're going to do 1 teaspoon of our red pepper paste. I'm going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Just remember, like I said, everything will double if you make a bigger quantity. But this is a very small quantity, so the measurements are very small. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. A 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This salt is probably too rough for this use. Try to use a finer salt. Also 1/2 teaspoon of our Moroccan paprika. People ask the difference. The main difference is that Moroccan paprika is processed with oil. So it's a bit oilier and it has a deeper flavor. A bit more of a smoky maybe flavor, but it's just a deeper flavor because of the oils that it was processed with. Break that little chunk there. But if you have regular paprika, it's just fine. It's not a big deal. One more spice you can use here, because you can be done right now. It's a very clear, very good flavor. You can also add either 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, some people use that, or 1/2 teaspoon of 7 spices. And 7 spices has also that kind of aroma that cinnamon will give you. So I'm going to go very, very lightly with this because I don't want it to be too dominant. So I'm going to do really like less than a 1/4 teaspoon of 7 spices. Again, it's another one of those spices that you should try and get and have at home. Okay, so we have everything here. Now it's time to mix it really well. Lastly, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of oil. It's a bit shy of a tablespoon, because we need something to just glue it all together. It already smells amazing. It's like all the fresh parsley, the pepper, the shallot, the spices. This is very much a summer, spring dish to have. Again, start from the center, push down to the minimum, and then start pushing out. Out and around, so we get it to all the spots that we need it to be. Okay, at the ends, swipe out the leftovers. Okay, that feels right. So you want to make sure you get the thickness. So I'll scrape some off. So you see it's not zero. I would say it's like almost like an eighth of an inch, you know. There is a good amount there. That's why I was trying to compare it to a pizza. Because if you don't put enough, it'd just be a shame because it's not going to taste as good. So this is like where we want to be. All right, let's go fry it. So we are on medium-high heat. And today we're going to use avocado oil spray. It's also high heat, it's always good. We're going to put our flour tortilla face down. I finally get to use this weight. It's good to put some weight on it, and we're going to give it exactly 20 seconds. We want our flour tortilla to get nice and crispy. I'm going to put our second one. I'm not going to add any more oil. One difference I see is that when you use a pita, the pita bread inside is not smooth, so it holds really well to the meat. Here, that's not the case, so you really want to get under the beef and flip it over. Otherwise, you might lose contact. You might lift just the flour tortilla and leave the beef behind. But it worked, as you can see. So that's one thing I would say works a little bit against us with the flour tortilla because it's smooth. Okay, now we're going to get the flour tortilla crispy, but you can see the meat is perfectly cooked. That is exactly how it needs to look, to know that it's cooked all the way through, but also to get that nice flavor of the seared beef. You can look and see, I'm going to let it just a couple more seconds. I really want it to be crispy. This is our final product. You can just hold it, nice and crispy. It tastes amazing. I gotta say there's advantages to the flour tortilla. It's a much lighter, thinner, it's almost like a thin pizza compared to pita bread, which is usually what we use. It's almost like a hand toast pizza. It's a thicker bread, basically. I grew up eating it like this. Of course, you can always dip it with a little bit of tahini or hummus. Some people will treat it like a taco, and you would put in the middle vegetables, a little bit of sauce, just like you would put on a taco. So there's different ways of garnishing this, but the basics is just so good. So hopefully you can hear the crunch and get a little bit of that ASMR. I'm going to try it like this, just to see. The beautiful thing about this dish is that you can really modify it to how you like it. There's so many recipes out there under Arayes or lahmacun, and all of them will give you different variations, different spices to use. But even if it's just the basic, just use ground beef, onion, a little bit of garlic, salt and pepper, and parsley. Parsley, I would say, is an essential part of it. You're good. That's it. Like, it's going to be a beautiful taste, and it's going to... There's something about the way it's cooked, so thin, with a little bit of oil, that makes it so special. So you can't go wrong there. Last time I made it, I found pita bread at Costco. That was pretty good. But if there's any Middle Eastern restaurant near you, you can always buy pita bread. I'm sorry, once again, I'm just enjoying eating the food. So yeah, let me know if there's any recipes that you want to see. I will definitely hit all of them because I'll make at least once a week. This one I just wanted to make something that is quick, low budget, can be high in protein, you can even have a low carb tortilla, you know, you can make it very simple. with lots of variations and a very forgiving recipe. And I hope you make it. I hope you enjoy it too. And thank you for everyone to send me pictures of what they made. The chicken in the oven was definitely a big hit. I got so many pictures from people that made it and it looked amazing. So yeah, good job on that. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.